What is up, Cinemaniacs? I just got back from watching the Vacation movie. Yes, the new adaptation or reboot or sequel or whatever you want to call it to the old Vacation movie starring Chevy Chase. Now, did this movie live up to my extremely high expectations after watching that trailer, which I did a reaction video to so you could understand how pumped up I would probably be for this movie? Did it live up to my expectations? Well, let's find out. The writers and directors of this movie, Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daley, did a fairly good job writing in this movie, and I can totally understand why that the MCU is looking for them to be the writers for the next Spider-Man movie, because they definitely have a great mind when it comes to putting down things on paper. As far as the directing side goes, you can tell that they're new to this. You can tell that this is their real first go at a big budget movie. And I can't even say a big budget movie. I mean, this is a summer movie. You can tell that it's really their first time. But I will say, they definitely separated themselves from the original Vacation movies. The original Vacations movie had a lot of charm to them. Yes, there was swearing and there was all that kind of stuff, that just the goofy humor that Chevy Chase was able to provide so well, and everybody around him was able to play off of him so well. In this movie, they just kind of threw that charm out of the window, and with the lack of charm, you got more crude humor. Now, if you like crude humor, you're gonna love this movie because it is one after another, almost trying to take it up another notch throughout the whole film. Sometimes it gets a little overdone, in my opinion, but I definitely laughed my ass off throughout this whole movie. There were times that I was having a hard time breathing during this movie because I was laughing so hard. And the stuff that you see in the trailer, because this was one of the things that I think a lot of people are worried about, is that everything you saw in the trailer was going to be the funniest parts in that movie. Now, I will tell you that everything you see in the trailer isn't really in the movie. They do take some scenes out, and I was a little let down by that because it played out a little funnier in the trailer, and the way that they cut it into the movie didn't make me laugh as hard. And if I had to say, I mean, all the actors in this movie from top to bottom, they all did a very good job. I can't really fault any of them. The only one that I would kind of have a little negativity towards is maybe Christina Applegate, but I think that's more just because they didn't utilize her character enough. They just kind of made her this broken down, tired housewife. And we all know that Christina Applegate is a much better actor than that. She can hold her own in these movies. She did it in the Anchorman movies. She can do it in a Vacation movie. They just didn't really seem to give her enough to really make her shine. And yes, you are going to get cameos by Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. You also get a great cameo by Charlie Day, which you see in the trailer. And they're all really well done. I just feel like the movie should have been cut a little differently, maybe even made a little bit shorter. And this is a pretty short movie. This is under 100 minutes. This is a really short movie, but I really think that they could have cut out another 5 to 10 minutes of this movie. It didn't necessarily drag out too far, but there was just some scenes that just didn't really seem to make sense in the movie for me. Overall, I really enjoyed my time in the theater. If you love crude humor, definitely go to the theater and watch this, because you are going to get an abundance of crude humor. I was hoping that I was going to be giving this movie like an 8 out of 10. I had really high promise, and on top of Daley and Goldstein getting signed on to write the Spider-Man script, I had even higher expectations. It didn't live up to those expectations, but I did have a fun time at the movie. So I will give this movie a 6 out of 10 because I did laugh a lot. I will probably buy this when it comes out on Blu-ray because I really enjoyed James and Kevin Griswold. The interactions back and forth between the two kids. They had this great dynamic that is unlike most dynamics in families. But I'm not going to get into spoilers about it because I want you to kind of be able to see it for yourself and how the dynamic grows and changes over time, and provides some pretty darn funny stuff. You also get a few other great little cameos, like Kate McKinnon shows up for a few seconds. You have Ron Livingston, Nick Kroll. There are so many great appearances, and I will say the Nick Kroll and Kate McKinnon, Michael Pena, and all those, that scene that's in this movie is really, really funny. So incredibly funny. And that scene with Keegan-Michael Key, holy crap. There is a good family scene, and this is how I feel most people see me with my kids. It's so ridiculous, but this is how I feel like I am judged. And I loved every second of it. I thought it was hilarious and very well done. So have you had the chance to see the Vacation movie? What did you think about it? Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. What is your favorite National Lampoon's movie? Mine would probably be either The Christmas Vacation or maybe Van Wilder's National Lampoon's movie. They have some really great ones out there. So what of those is your favorite? And let me know by posting that in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please click that subscriber button because we are looking to keep on growing this thing. We want to keep the train rolling. We are over 100 subscribers. If you like this review, please share it. Do whatever you can to keep this train rolling. And once again, I hope you had a good time watching this review, and I will see you guys at the movie soon.